Hey everybody. Just wanted to give you a little introduction about what we're going to be studying this week. As you can see from the slide, we are going to stay in the world of very small things. We're going to be studying what the difference is between viruses and bacteria. Just so you know why we as a 8th grade science team decided to do this, it's because we're already studying really small things like pond creatures and unicellular organisms and cells in general. We thought it would be a good time, especially during this coronavirus pandemic, to start to kind of bring that together and learn about what a virus is and what infectious diseases in general are. They can be caused by a virus or a bacteria, any type of pathogen or microorganism, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that's kind of why we're spending this week studying this topic. So for a brief overview, just want to give you a little bit of information about bacteria and viruses before you dive into a choice board where you're going to dive deeper into each of these topics. So as far as bacteria go, we've already touched on these a little bit. They're prokaryotes, they're unicellular organisms that are very, very simple. That's why they're prokaryotes. They don't even have a real nucleus. So they have DNA, but it's just floating around in the cytoplasm, but there's nothing covering the DNA. Bacteria are very small. They're much smaller than our cells. And we have a very close relationship with bacteria because actually our bodies are made up of more bacteria than they are human cells. We are hosts to trillions and trillions of bacteria. Most of the time, they don't help us or hurt us. They just kind of are there. Sometimes they are harmful. So for example, E. coli bacteria is something that you can get in your gut if you eat like raw or undercooked meat. And that can really be very dangerous. You might end up in the hospital with that. Other types of bacteria can be really, really helpful. Like a lot of bacteria that lives in your digestive system actually helps with your digestion, and it helps you get the nutrients out of your food. So just a quick little fun fact, bacteria are classified by their shape, and there's 3 main shapes of bacteria: bacilli, cocci, and spirilli. And that's what they look like. So generally, if you get some type of a harmful bacteria infecting your body, usually your immune system can take care of it. And that's things like your white blood cells, your helper T cells, your lymph nodes, like all of this will just kick into gear and start to attack those bacteria cells. If your body can't handle it and you're not getting better and you're getting sicker, your doctor might prescribe an antibiotic. Antibiotics are only helpful against bacteria. They don't help if you have a viral infection. So just that's a key difference between bacterial infections and viruses, which we're going to get into now. Okay, so this is really what we're probably mostly interested in right now, considering the fact that the pandemic is being caused by a virus, specifically the coronavirus. So one interesting fact about viruses is that there's some debate going on out there about if viruses are even living things. And you might have heard things like, oh, the coronavirus can live on a surface for 72 hours, or it can live on a plastic surface for 3 hours. Viruses aren't even really living things. There's a list here of all the different characteristics that all living things share, and viruses don't meet all those criteria. So they're not made out of cells because they don't even have a cell membrane. They don't grow, they don't get bigger or develop. And they don't even really use energy because they don't have mitochondria or anything. They kind of just thrive off of their host cells' energy. So there's lots of reasons why viral infections are harder to treat. And one of those things is because they are not living and they're not bacteria. They're teeny tiny, they're even smaller than bacteria. They don't respond to antibiotics because they're not bacteria. The other thing is they invade your cells and then they trick your cell's DNA into making more viruses. They turn your cells into like a virus making machine. So they're kind of hard to hard to pin down because they're just so busy taking over your own cell's machinery. We don't have really good antiviral medications, so really what you need to fight a viral infection is your immune system. The hospitals or your doctor can, or even like some medications, you can take things to treat the symptoms that your body's feeling, but those don't really actually kill a virus. So this week we're really hoping that you learn about the structure of viruses and bacteria, how they replicate, and like what happens in your body when you get either a viral or a bacterial infection. How do we treat it? All that kind of stuff. The way that we're going to do this is you're going to, you already saw the choice board if you're watching this video because this is box 1. On Tuesday, I want you to choose 2 of the blue boxes. Those are a little more straightforward information. You watch a video or you read something a few times or watch the video a few times, do a quick formative assessment, and start gathering some learning. If what you learn is really interesting to you, you don't have to stop at those 2 choices, by the way. Feel free to watch all the videos, read everything. The minimum that you have to turn in is 2 of the activities, but you can still continue reading or watching videos if you want in those blue boxes. On Thursday, you're going to choose a yellow box. Those boxes show your learning in like a deeper level. It asks you to create something or actually participate in a scientific study. Being a citizen scientist is just a little bit more deeper level. But you got to do the blue ones first so you kind of understand enough to do one of the yellow boxes. So anyway, I feel like this is really, really important and relevant learning right now. I hope that you guys kind of get curious about everything, and I hope that your enthusiasm gets sparked. And like I said before, feel free to do more than the minimum that's required. If you're getting into it, do whatever. And I hope you find this work interesting. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? Ready? Go for it.